So the LPL finals just finished, and there were some absolutely banger games. RNG and FPX met once before in the playoffs, and FPX sent them home just in time to catch Zach and Cody in the Sweet Life on Deck on Disney Channel, premiering every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so none of that is true. I have no idea when it actually came out. Point is, RNG's butt cheeks got spread like peanut butter in a quick 3-0 series where FPX just looked better, stronger, faster, more aggressive. Doinby has like 7 Ys at this point, so the man cannot be stopped. But after an impressive run through the lower bracket, RNG managed to climb their way back up and meet the Phoenix in the finals. And even more impressively, they take them down decisively in a 3-1 series. So let's break it down. First off, I just have to say that the opening ceremony for the spring LPL finals is probably better than the opening for Worlds last year, so that's an interesting thing to point out. I mean, I understand China pays the bills around here, so I guess that makes sense. You know, maybe they're the ones keeping NA at 60 ping because they know if we get anything less than that would be too powerful. Also, when I saw Doinby pull out the sword, I had to get up from my chair and make sure all my doors were locked, all my windows closed. I locked my mom and my sister in the bathroom, told them the super carry was on the loose, so this is the safest place for them. But anyway, starting off the series, one of the main things that I noticed was how high of a priority these teams have on Jace. And unlike NA, just blind picking Gnar and handshaking bad matchups, here's Nuggery says, okay, I have 2 hands, 5 fingers on both hands, let's play some Irelia. And just shit on the Jace. And even if he doesn't win, he can go even in the matchup, which isn't good for Jace, making the pick pretty irrelevant. Unfortunately, Nuggery could have 4 arms, 44 fingers, and it still doesn't make up for support diff, as Ming is just casually topside at level 3. And after Ming goes back to the shop, puts on white pants and the white hat continues to smurf, RNG start off on an early lead. FPX though, they do make some plays to stay in the game through Nuggery as he says, wait a minute, Xiaohu? Thought you were a mid laner, and just slaps him with his ulti with a flash prediction. But then the game remains pretty even up until like 21 minutes, where FPX display an absolutely incredible high level macro by looking at their minimap, and they collapse on the enemy mid laner and take him down. RNG crying is doing just that as he costs his team Baron in an extremely decisive call by FPX. I don't know if it was the right call, but it was decisive. If this was NA, they would have to pause right here and make sure everyone was feeling good today. No bad vibes all out on stage. Make sure everyone is nice and motivated, even though it is spring split. So, but even still, it was a 50-50 smite, and they almost lost the Baron there. And then they definitely lost the fight afterwards as RNG Gala, the MVP of the series, picks up a couple kills on the back end of the play. But one thing that you'll notice is that it's FPX getting the objectives after the fighting. The gold, the kills, everything is as even as it could be, but it's the super carry with the gold, and 2, Soul never really got to be a legitimate win condition because FPX kept taking the objectives after the fights. And so it was always FPX first to the play. And it just came down to the last Baron play.
Gala can stay pretty safe.
It's dead. They can go for it. They don't need to go for anything. Shockwave lands on the 2. They lose Chris, but they gain the Baron. Now, can you get anything else? The flawless duet does not land. Gala taken down so quickly. Vanguard dead right out, but Nuggery is a little bit isolated. The rest of his team comes back out on top of the blast cone. There's the onset of shadows as he gets Diane away, and that's going to be it. Nuggery baits them all in, and RNG are now running for the hills. They cannot fight this. FBX bait and outsmart them around the Baron, and FBX get the ace.
Nuggery is inhuman.
So that was the first game, by the way. The second starts off with a casual solo kill by Nuggery. Nothing out of the ordinary there. And then a minute later, here's Nuggery getting ganked by Hecarim. And he goes, oh shit, call an ambulance. But not for me, as he 1v2s them and could have killed them both. But unfortunately, truly unfortunately, Nuggery is a player who cares more about his wave state than trading kills, which I don't agree with. Also, unfortunately for Nuggery, the support role is lacking in only one area, which is balance. It must be really fun to absolutely donkey fuck the top side of the map all by yourself, only to realize the absolute ravine between the supports. That must be really fun. This play pretty much exemplifies why Irelia is a good answer in lane, but outside of lane it isn't really ideal because it's all about team fighting in this meta. And look how much she has to do to not even get a kill in the end. And then Gala, call him James Charles because he's dicking these kids. Anyway, the game is very hard to play from FPX's side. Irelia pretty much cannot play the game. She just gets like one shot and CC'd. And then somehow they find a pick on LWX while he was hitting his vape, I'm guessing. And they get Baron, Nuguri dies, and it's pretty much lights out for the game. Now game 3 starts out as an absolute fiesta. LWX and Chris finally wake up after 2 games and decide to make an aggressive play. But Gala has been awake since he came out of the womb and hasn't even so much as blinked since then, so LWX, still being a bit groggy, puts those wards slightly outside of the bush, and Gala realizes this immediately and uses it to go in and out of the bush in order to deny vision and cancel his autos, which buys him an extra second for his Q to come back up and win the skirmish. How are we ever gonna win against these players? Holy shit, that's ridiculous. You know, the crazy thing is like you hear about Jackie-Love, you hear about LWX, you hear about Viper, Loken, Huanfeng. Who the fuck is Gala? You're telling me the guy I've never heard of in my life can do that shit? Jesus. Well, at least we have Perk's leadership skills, am I right? Poggers. And after that play, it became really hard for FPX to play because Kaisa was just so absolutely monstrous. And then this play happened where FPX all group up for the mid lane tower and for absolutely no reason. So you know LS looks like fucking Gear 2nd watching this play. Just absolutely fuming. And I'll let the commentators take it from here.
In tow, that's going to be a very scary Scryer's Bloom to reveal. As now the mid lane becomes the focus here for FBX. You still have the side lanes pushing in their favor. They've got a little bit of a stack wave in the bot side, but RNG, they need to be careful here.
And this was a play I thought we'd see FPX go for sooner, where you'd actually instead keep Doomby bot side, but just group and use the fact you've got this massive range discrepancy. But RNG never really gave him the opportunity, never gave the TP.
Solar Flare! It lands, and that's going to force Doomby into an early Zhonya's. The shockwave is enough to only catch one. The Olaf is dead. It's FBX turning this one around completely. But there's the Kaiser. There's one. There's 2. Can Kaiser get any more? There's 3. Kaiser with the Kaiser. Gala!
He's doing it again! He's doing it again!
Kill for Gala!
So game 4, Kaisa's banned. Also, FPX are apparently a big 100 Thieves fan as they performed this dive about as badly as they could have. I mean, I will admit they do make some great merchandise, so I'm still waiting on my bench Meteos for absolutely no reason jersey to come in. It's been a couple years, but I'm holding out some hope. And again, how is this okay, by the way? What are you supposed to do as Nugger here? He has a pink in the river, he pushed in his wave, Set is just casually tanking his turret to come up behind him and kill him, like what? And it's around when Nuguri gets solo killed by Jahu, who's like 57 years old at this point and got his glasses hanging on his neck like a grandma, that you get this slight feeling this series might be over. And not long after that, they lose this fight at the river, and it's all over, man. Gala's just styling on these kids now. He jumps away, tells LWX to kiss his ass one last time before he sends him home. From then on, this was a pretty one-sided affair. RNG did not let go of the gas and became the LPL's MSI representatives. But can they beat Damwon though? Well, assuming Damwon doesn't get taken down by C9 first. I mean, come on. They have Fudge on their team. Fudge is gonna smurf on them and bring the title to North America. Anyway, this was an extremely close series, up until Gala decided he'd had enough of LWX's shit and just turbo-fisted him. But LPL is looking sharp. And honestly, MSI is looking hype, because we might actually stand somewhat of a chance. I don't think we'll win, mind you, but at least we won't be a laughing stock like the last MSI, when Team Liquid made the finals, and G2, when they found out they were against Team Liquid, they just started dying laughing, because it was just that much of a fucking joke. I'm saying we might at least be competitive, you know? Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like to make me smile from ear to ear. And roll the outro, bitch. Bitch!